The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the quiet suburban street. Most of the houses were ordinary, neat as a pin, with manicured lawns and brightly colored flower beds. However, one house stood out from the rest, the Wilkins residence. It was a decaying structure, once a lovely home, now overgrown with weeds and draped in creeping vines. Rumors surrounded the Wilkins. They were reclusive, seldom seen, and known for their strange habits. 17-year-old Mia often walked home from school and would hastily pass the Wilkins property. She had heard the whispers from her classmates, stories of late-night screams, strange smells wafting from the house, and even the occasional report of missing pets. But based on appearances alone, Mia had never been bothered by the neighbors until the day she was dared by her friends to knock on their door. "Come on, Mia, it'll be fun. Just knock and run," Jen had said, smirking. What's the worst that could happen? Her heart raced in her chest as she approached the tattered front door, the wood warped and the paint peeling. An urge to turn back gnawed at her, but the laughter of her friends rang in her ears. Taking a deep breath, she knocked 3 timid times before turning on her heel and sprinting down the path. "What did you see?" Jen exclaimed, as she and the others caught up to her. "Nothing. Mia began, but she couldn't finish her thought. She froze, breathless, as she turned back in the direction of the Wilkins home. The door creaked open slowly, revealing an elderly woman with wild hair and beady eyes. For a moment, they locked gazes, and Mia felt a chill run down her spine. The woman's mouth curled into a crooked smile, and she waved, beckoning Mia inside. "Come in, dear," the woman croaked. "We have something special for you." Without even thinking, Mia exclaimed, "No thanks," and raced away with her friends, laughter ringing in her ears as they made their way home. But as the days wore on, the encounter haunted her. She couldn't shake the eerie sensation that the woman's eyes had bored into her very soul. The next week, an unsettling rumor spread through the school. Mrs. Wilkins had disappeared. Every student talked about it in hushed tones, and many assumed the old woman had simply shuffled off into obscurity. But Mia was troubled and felt compelled to find out more. The next day after school, she ventured to the library, her fingers trembling as she sifted through old newspaper clippings. The articles chronicled the history of the Wilkins family, an unspeakable tragedy, a lost child, and whispers of strange gatherings held in their backyard. As the sun began to set, Mia ventured closer to the Wilkins home again. She noted the smell, a rancid, coppery stench that drifted from the property. The urge to run, to escape, clawed at her insides, yet curiosity pulled her forward like a moth to flame. She stepped on the creaky porch and peered through a grimy window. What she saw chilled her to the bone. Inside, the walls were adorned with old photographs, family portraits, and in the center, a figure she recognized, the woman she had seen. But something was different now. The figure was surrounded by bowls filled with what looked like meat. And as her heart quickened, she spotted the faces of her missing classmates, their eyes wide with terror, frozen in time on the wall. Mia stumbled back from the window, panic surging through her as she turned to leave. But the door swung open again, the old woman standing there with her husband. "You shouldn't be out here alone," the man grinned, revealing crooked teeth stained with something dark. Panic clenched Mia's throat. "I'm sorry, I should go." She turned but was grabbed by the wrist, the woman's grip surprisingly strong. "But we have something special for you. You'll make a great addition to our collection," the woman said, her smile widening. Before Mia could scream or pull away, the man pulled her inside. The door slammed shut behind her, cutting off the sounds of the outside world. Inside was chaos. Pots and pans clanged as though a horrific feast was underway, the walls lined with screaming faces, and those same photographs leered down at her, whispering of the fates that had met them. In a terrifying blend of horror and confusion, Mia realized she had become the very thing she had feared. She clawed against the aged walls until she saw an opening in the back. Her heart racing, she sprinted for it, but her path was blocked. The couple stood before her, eyes glinting with hunger. "Stay for dinner," they cackled, their laughter echoing through the house, which felt alive with the cries of all who had come before her. Mia fought against their grip, her heart pounding with both the fear of being consumed and the overwhelming desire to escape. As her eyes darted toward the door, an overwhelming realization hit her. She would either fight to escape or join the growing wall of photographs, forever screaming in silence.